Hey, guys, welcome back and happy Wednesday. Guys, thank you so much for checking out the pre-records. And don't forget, tonight we won't have hot, messy topics because we have a special visitor, Jason's mom in town, but we will resume that tomorrow. We will be back tonight, however, at 4:30 p.m. Eastern to talk about Vanderpump Rules. So if you're around, join us for that because that's going to be one hell of a conversation on Jason's channel, Down with Jason. However, that's not what we're back to talk about right now. We're back to talk about the fact that Erika Girardi's Pasadena mansion, well, the price has been slashed to $8 million as Tom Girardi's victims make moves in court. We have all the details on this and more, but before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything that we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like no one wants the mansion that Erika once shared with her soon-to-be ex-husband, Tom Girardi. The price of their massive property in Pasadena, California has been slashed to what they're saying a measly $8 million. Just $8 million, but it is a far drop from what they originally listed it as. Their former 10,277 square foot home, which was heavily featured on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, was originally listed at $13 million. Erika and Tom's property has been on the market for 6 months now without any takers. It appears that the trustee in the Girardi bankruptcy case is getting anxious because the estate now sits at $8.2 million, according to Zillow. While that's a lot of money to the average person, it doesn't mean squat for those looking to collect from the once high-profile attorney. Erika's estranged husband has been accused of embezzling millions of dollars from his clients, including widows and orphans, and their sprawling 5-acre land comes with everything under the sun, including a pool, a sauna, a library, a chapel, and the list goes on and on. But if you're planning to have a massive sleepover, this might not be the home for you. Despite the square footage, it only has 4 bedrooms. Interesting little tidbit. I didn't know, so thank you, Radar Online. Erika and her husband will not benefit from the sale of their home. Once it has a buyer, the money goes to the Girardi creditors. Earlier this year, Girardi and his law firm were forced into a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. He's been accused of running his law firm like a Ponzi scheme for over a decade. By the way, the house is beautiful. I don't know why it's not selling. But he's not the only one caught up in legal woes. As Radar reported, the lawyers representing the orphans and widows are coming after the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star for $2 million after Girardi failed to pay the victims, well, following their win in court. Now, I did a video about this yesterday. So apparently the trustee and Ronald Richards, from what we're gathering and what Jay Edelson is saying on social media, we're hearing that the trustee at one point was trying to block Jay Edelson from getting this money, from suing Erika directly. Well, Jay Edelson didn't quite understand why. And when he did, speak up about this, he said that he felt like Ronald Richards was working out some sort of backdoor deal with Erika Girardi. Well, after that, he let us know from his opinion that Ronald Richards was forcibly removed from the case, even though Ronald Richards came on and told us that he decided to take himself out of the case because there was nothing left that he could do, nothing left that he could offer. When I was talking to him about this, he said if there's another attorney that they want to bring on and they think that they can find this hidden pot of gold, then by all means, come on, go find it. But there's really nothing left to do with the case, which was kind of countered a little bit by Emily D. Baker when I brought her on. And she didn't say anything bad about Ronald at all. But when I brought her on, she said, well, if there's nothing left to do in the case, then why is the trustee bringing on another legal team? Why would they be coming in? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So it got my wheels turning. And then I was trying to think, okay, Jay Edelson, was accused of unethical and unenforceable, a fee agreement. And I think they called it illegal, but this fee agreement between him and Tom Girardi when it came to the victims and how to pay them and how to pay the actual firms representing them. So they were going in with this, they were leading with this foot, saying that Jay Edelson, none of this is enforceable anyways. Well, then Jay Edelson actually came back and said, hold on, wait a minute. We want to do what's right for our clients. So in doing so, if you let us pursue Erika, we will drop the fee agreement. We don't want any money for our law firm. We just want to do what's right by our clients. And at the end of the day, that is getting them back the $2 million that they're owed. So finally, the court decided that Jay Edelson and the firm Edelson PC can now personally sue Erika Girardi for the $2 million, which means she will most likely have to battle this out in court in Illinois. That was huge and breaking in the case yesterday. We just found this out. Thank you to Emily D. Baker. She was the first post that I saw talking about it. And then, of course, we covered it and did a video shortly after. But that's huge news. We didn't think that Jay Edelson was going to be able to just all of a sudden come out and sue Erika. We didn't think that at all. Erika filed for divorce over a year ago, and putting an end to their 21-year marriage. The timing raised some eyebrows considering the embezzlement allegations came out just weeks later. And she did mention on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that she filed for divorce on election day, hoping that she would go undetected on the radar. Girardi's victims have accused Erika of benefiting from his alleged embezzlement, something she flat out denied at the Bravo reunion. Now, if you think about the reunion too, there were a few things that were mentioned, and it made me think. She said there was not $20 million transferred into my account. And I was like, okay, well, from what we gathered, it seemed like there was 20 million if you read Ronald Richards' Twitter. So I did ask that question, and Ronald Richards, I believe if I have this right, and if I don't, you guys can correct me. I believe he said, well, it wasn't transferred all at once, but there was money being paid for the bills over time. So what's the difference? And in my head, I was thinking, well, transferring $20 million is one thing, but then paying bills for Erika's company, they both don't make sense, especially if you're paying the bills with allegedly embezzled money. But I feel like there is sort of a difference in just like taking the firm and depositing $20 million, or, oh, okay, you have a bill for your music video that's $100,000, we'll pay that. Okay, you need to fly private because you have a show in New York, that's $50,000 for glam and everything, we're going to pay that, and just paying it off over time. Because then it looks like she was just having this lavish lifestyle paid for her, but she didn't understand or know why or what was going on. But if you look at it from the perspective that there was $20 million solely deposited into her account, then in your mind, you're like, how would you not know that there was $20 million put into your business account? That doesn't make sense. That makes it look like there's something fishy and there's some red flags here that we need to probably piece together and connect. But that wasn't the case. Do you see where I'm going with this? Guys, I don't want to just give you all of my opinions. I need to just ask, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on the home? And what do you think this means for the Girardis moving forward? It looks like if their home doesn't sell for any more than $8 million, they're already breaking even. No one's going to benefit. The victims aren't going to benefit. Erika and Tom, they're not getting the money. So just kind of looks like the mortgage is going to be paid. That's unfortunate for the victims. It looks like another loss for the victims. Guys, go ahead and comment below. I need all of your opinions. Let me have it. Give me the unfiltered comments. I need to hear them. And don't forget, we will be back today at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time to talk about Vanderpump Rules with Jason on his channel, Down with Jason. We already dropped a pre-record kind of giving the main points of the episode, but we're going to dive into a complete, just unfiltered, detailed conversation because we have some speculation as to what's going on behind the scenes and where the show is actually going. You don't want to miss it. If you haven't already, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.